HSN card and get in on those extra benefits. All right, so you just saw, and maybe I see a lot of you on the phone to pick up that great mattress topper. And remember what I said, you just lay that on top of your mattress and then you put your sheets on as you normally would. But if you need some really great sheets, let me tell you what makes these special, because it's not just the colors, because the colors are beautiful. They're from Concierge collection, and we've got them. I'm just showing you a few of the colors. We've got them in well, I'll show them all together. So you've got them in aqua, ivory, lavender, sage, coral, or blue. So all very soft, beautiful, kind of pastel kind of colors that I think are very soothing. You know, if you like brighter, bolder colors, we have those available on hsn.com. But if you like more of a soft array like this, oh, isn't that gorge? I mean, isn't this just, doesn't this just scream, it is finally spring, it's finally April, the birds are chirping, the flowers are gonna be starting to bloom pretty soon. Just stunning. Okay, but it's more than just the color of them. These are copper infused. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, wait, copper infused, I'm not really sure why is that important? Well, it's a copper performance set of sheets. And what's great about that is that copper fibers are naturally protect against bacteria. You've got also that brushed microfiber for added softness. Copper helps to prevent odors, and they're great for families with pets. And I mentioned if the pets sleep in the bed with you, very important. It fits mattresses up to 17 inches deep, and of course, they're durable to wash over and over and over. And that's what you have here. It is a blend of that great microfiber that we love and copper. And a lot of times when we think about copper, or maybe I shouldn't say a lot of times, but more and more, you know, recently, we've seen copper infused in the fabrics in the clothes that we wear, typically the workout clothes that we wear. Why the workout clothes? It's because it helps to guard against the odor and the bacteria that can build up naturally. And it's just because of the natural, you know, the natural properties of copper. And so that's what you've got. So this is an infused fabrication that helps repel bacteria growth and limits odor-causing germs. This is naturally antimicrobial. Very, very important, as you can see right there. Helps to repel bacteria growth, limits odor-causing germs, hypoallergenic. And if you're saying, wait a minute, you know what, that's actually a pretty good idea. Let's say you do sleep with the pets. Let's say maybe it's just that, you know, you sleep, you know, by yourself, but maybe you eat in bed and you drop food and you just don't want anything to start to multiply, you know? It's nice that you can have something that naturally, that you don't have to think about, that naturally helps to inhibit that growth of that bacteria. And because the copper is infused in the fabric, it's not something that will ever wash out, because it is part of the fabric. As a matter of fact, 20% of the fiber in these sheets is copper. So it's not like it's a coating or a spray on or something like that that's going to wash out. No, it is literally part of the fabric of the sheets. Now, when you touch these, you would never know, because I know you're thinking copper, that's metal, what's it gonna feel like to sleep on? You would never know that it was in here because they're so soft and so luxurious. It feels like a high thread count sheet. If you've ever felt thread count sheets that were hundreds and hundreds of thread counts, you know that how they're soft, and they just are almost like a silky kind of feeling. They don't grab, they don't pull, they don't tug. These are amazing. They really are. And if you're saying, well, that's pretty cool and it's new, you're right on both accounts. Go ahead and pick yours up. They're fave number 2. We've got them at a spring price of $39.95, and you've got flex pay on those. And we'll have a full price